but I messed up. Anywho, okay, we're back online now. Ah, man. Gotta love it, man. Gotta freaking love it. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we good. Alright. Let's continue on.
And then I literally saw somebody. I saw nobody in there, but there's something in there.
Are you serious? For real?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What?
Let me just.
For real?
So right there on the second floor,
Yes.
we were looking this way. I heard pitter patter, like that, along that, what would that be? The east wall. And then he hears it at the end of the hallway. And as I'm taking my light down, I see something go. Like, no.
Are you guys dead ass?
Swear.
Do you have body
We were
cam?
like, no.
But we were talking about you guys. Let's just black out for a second. So we went completely black in there.
And all of a sudden we heard movement behind us and we just ran.
For real?
Because there's nobody in there.
Okay. Dude.
I've never seen anything like that. That's actually scared me. Good luck.
Damn. All right, well. Great.
So if you guys need anything else or hear anything else,
Yeah.
preferably if it's a human being, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we appreciate you guys checking. Thank you guys so much.
So, while Jake and Noah didn't seem to find any ghosts in the old abandoned Liberty High School, apparently the Ohio City Sheriff's Department did see something.
There's nobody in there, but there's something in there.
Something that they just can't explain.
Dude, what the is happening? The cops saw a ghost. Yeah. Guys, we're gonna get out of here as fast as we can. Ran in the history of paranormal. Have you seen cops on camera run out of a damn building and say good luck and leave? Yeah.
Heebie-jeebies. Dan Bell and his friend Will travel the United States filming strange and abandoned places. One sweltering day as they are traveling through the New Mexico desert, they spot a rundown abandoned travel lodge and decide to take a look inside. But the old abandoned travel lodge turns out to be quite a bit more terrifying than Dan and his friend Will ever expected. First, Dan almost steps on a coiled rattlesnake.
This is why you gotta be really careful out here. Because right there, whoops, right there.
Gotcha.
There's a rattlesnake. And I didn't even see him before I actually stepped over him.
Without even realizing it, Dan had walked right by the snake earlier, but luckily just didn't get bit.
Walked right past him. You can see my footprint right there. And he didn't rattle.
But little does Dan know that things are about to take a much more terrifying turn.
There's wood floors.
Dan feels a sting on the back of his head and turns around to find a huge angry swarm of African killer bees that have formed a hive inside the old travel lodge. The aggressive killer bees attack them en masse as Dan yells in pain. Dan and Will both run for the exit, with Dan frantically dropping his camera to the ground. Luckily, Dan and Will escape with some very severe and painful stings, but nothing too serious. The two guys wait a few hours until the bees calm down, and then Dan finally retrieves his camera and they hit the road again, happy to be far away from the angry swarm of African killer bees.
On the road again.
Talking head. A young woman named Mara says that her aunt came to pick her up at her house one day and noticed the neighbor's little girl acting very strangely.
That's normal, dude. Kids be kids, Brad. That's normal, dude.
Where the f did she just go?
The young girl seems to be talking to no one. Then she strangely paces away, turns and nods, and talks again to whoever. As the woman pans her camera over to try to see who the girl is talking to, the little girl just disappears from sight. Now, there is something in this video that some viewers believe make it even creepier. But did you see it? As the woman pans away from the girl right before she disappears, some pale, featureless little face seems to peek out from behind one of the pots for just a fraction of a second.
That could have been her.
Now, some believe that this is even more proof that something spooky was going on here. But then, some believe that this could just be another kid that was hidden by the pot and who the little girl was talking to. But no one is quite sure why the kid doesn't seem to have a face. But is it real paranormal activity or just a kid acting a bit weird? Let me know what you think. Scurry Videos. Now, if you watch my channel on a regular basis, you probably know that these are videos that are a little spooky or a little weird, but mostly just kinda goofy. Case in point, if you're going out to the woods in the middle of the night to take some artsy photographs, you should probably know what's in those woods.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Look at that.
You go lower.
Lower then.
I think it's poison.
I'm going first.
Oh, no, go first. I'm about to take a picture. You gotta get lower than that. Look at him moving. Oh my god. Uh-oh, it's about to catch something. Y'all ready to go back?
Yes, I am.
Yo, what the f is that? Look, the scary movie. Which one they say? Yo, let's
Wait. Wait. Wait.
Now, those sounds are just a pack of coyotes on the prowl, and coyotes almost never ever hurt humans. But if I heard that in the middle of the dark woods, I'd probably have this same reaction. And then I'd get the f out. So next, I featured several clips of dogs accidentally scaring their owners. But this owner flips it, and the dogs were not prepared. Now, whether you thought that was funny or not, come on, that's one hell of a trick. Look at that guy. Come on. Anyway, next, when you settle in with your friends to talk about demons and freaky, weird paranormal stuff, you should be aware of your surroundings.
Like demonic spirits are obviously connected to the devil, right? And usually things that are demonic, they make noises 3 times to mock the three bells. Not the 3 bells, but yes, that too. But Father, the Holy Spirit, and the Son. So the fact that it was church bells and it was mocking the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, That's insane.
I never thought of that.
That's There's 5 of us, so we're safe.
Guys, it turns out that I'm so... Oh my god, wait, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, that scared me so bad. Oh my god, no.
Now that is just a typical car dome light turning off after a set time, exactly like it's supposed to. But just for a second, I think these girls thought it was an attack from hell. So, thanks so much for watching. Please like, follow, subscribe, and all the other stuff. And hopefully, I will see you back here next time.
Yeah, guys, go check out Nuke's Top 5 for sure. It's got a lot of good videos. Check him out, follow him, do all that stuff. Make some good content for sure. Now, on to the next. And since we're on to the next video, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and in the bio, in the description, there's going to be a link tree and all the links, Cash App, Venmo, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff, the merch store as well. Go check that out. Help support the channel and help us go to more haunted locations. And yeah, thank you guys. Let's get into this next video.
Late one evening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Heather Paul is outside on her front porch having some ice cream with her husband and her 2 sons. But then, Heather suddenly spots something that absolutely creeps her out.
There's like little mosquitoes.
Kind of going. What? What did you say? What did you say, Mommy? I couldn't hear you.
You gotta keep that open so you get all musty.
Can't tell me.
You can't tell me.
Heather whispers, "She scares me," to her husband and children, but they have no idea what she's talking about. Neither her husband or sons can see the bizarre figure dressed in white that is walking down the sidewalk only about 20 feet away. Heather says that the woman looked like, quote, a lady dressed like a nurse from the 1950s with an eerie grin on her face. Heather is now freaked out. She can't understand why no one else saw the strange nurse. So she checks the footage from their front door security camera, and sure enough, the recording also shows a creepy pale figure walking right by.
It just immediately creeped me out, so I just kind of like jumped.
But it gets even weirder, because you see, Heather lives only a mile away from a notorious old abandoned mental asylum, the Philadelphia State Hospital at Byberry.
So a little backstory, I live about a mile from where Byberry State Hospital used to be. This is one of the, I'm pretty sure, the most notorious mental hospital in the country. A lot of abuse went on there. There was lobotomies performed on patients. There was experiments performed on patients. A lot of them lost their lives because they were just treated so horribly. The conditions that that hospital was in was so inhumane, and no human should have ever had to go through what these patients went through, and these people just needed help. It's just very sad. They were so overcrowded, like the nurse to patient ratio was just extreme.
With 2 student nurses and maybe 3 attendants, we have all we can do to bathe the patients, get them to cafeteria, take them to the doctors, give them their medications, and try to keep the place clean.
Yeah, when I was a kid growing up, we used to definitely go in there, and it was really scary. Like the second you walk on the grounds, you just feel like it's cold, it's not normal, it feels weird. Like you can tell somebody's watching you. There's underground tunnels underneath, so we used to run around them too, and they used to use those tunnels to transport bodies. And there was still those like metal slab beds that they were still down there when we went in there, like, you know, in the 2000s. I felt my arm grabbed in there once, and I moved my flashlight because I thought it was my friend, and my friend was like over there. Oh my God.
But this story gets even weirder still. Heather's dad lived in the same house as a boy. When Heather shows her dad the creepy footage, he tells her that a woman named Linda used to live in the house next door. And during the 1950s, Linda was a nurse at the old Byberry Mental Hospital. So did Heather catch the ghost of a nurse from the old abandoned hospital? And if not, why could no one else see the strange woman walking down the sidewalk?
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you get advanced AI capabilities for more customization.
Ho ho, no. Cara Messina lives in an old house in New York State that was built in the 1800s and has a very tragic past. In the early to mid 1800s, the house was part of the Underground Railroad, a network for fugitive slaves seeking freedom. Slaves escaping the South were forced to hide under the house to avoid capture by authorities. Because of its dark history, Cara believes that the house might be haunted, and she says that while her family has lived there, they have had, quote, some ghostly activity through the years. So one day, Cara and her daughter are just relaxing around the house, and they start to hear a very strange sound coming from the basement.
So for the last 20 minutes, I've been sitting on my couch, and it's been dead silent, and all of a sudden I hear Santa, and I thought it was coming from outside, and it's not. And this is my basement.
Summer.
Tell me it's in the same box as Chucky right now.
Yeah, it's right there.
What?
Yeah, it's in there.
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months.
Yeah, shit happens.
And it's off.
Cara's daughter flips through a box, which ironically contains 2 old Chucky dolls, only to find that a Santa figurine has suddenly activated itself and is just talking away, even though the power switch is turned off. But there's something even weirder here that video viewers noticed after this clip was uploaded. Because, did you hear it?
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months. And it's off.
Just as the Santa doll is picked up and suddenly stops talking, it can be heard seeming to frantically yell, "No, stop!" So is Cara's basement haunted? Is the little Santa doll possessed by some wayward spirit? Or is it all just a very odd coincidence? You decide. Daddy Ghost. One morning, a woman named Cheyenne is taking care of her 2-year-old daughter when the little girl says something very strange.
Okay, who is it?
Daddy. Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
Is where?
Daddy's right there.
Okay, show me.
See?
Oh.
Your daddy's missing you.
My daddy's missing me?
That's your dad.
Let's go get him. Where'd he go?
In you.
Okay, show me.
Her daughter seems to be referring to Cheyenne's dad, which is odd because not only has her daughter never met her granddad, but even Cheyenne herself was only just a toddler when her father passed away. So Cheyenne shows her daughter a picture, and the little girl confirms that it's the man she saw in the hallway of their house.
Yes?
Yes, it looks like that.
Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
Yeah? And Mabel, what does your ghost do?
No.
What did you say he gave you?
Heart.
A heart?
Daddy. Daddy.
Uh-huh.
That's
Daddy.
Yeah.
2 days later, and it happens again.
Just see me.
What, Susan? The ghost? What are you talking about?
My mom.
The driver scared me, and you already freaked me out.
Cheyenne says that her daughter still occasionally talks to the entity that the little girl now refers to as, quote, Daddy Ghost. But Cheyenne says that some online comments have scared her a bit.
She calls him Daddy Ghost. She's only had an experience like that 2 or 3 times. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, I try to capture it on video. I also had a lot of comments saying that it wasn't like something nice. It was something mean. That freaked me out, so don't say that again. A lot of people were telling me don't communicate with it. I'm not. I'm scared. She is, and she doesn't understand. So. Tell him, Mabel.
So is Cheyenne's daughter seeing the ghost of her granddad stopping by for a visit? What do you think? A grave situation. A young woman named Britt lives on a large horse ranch in the mountains. She says that lately, things around the ranch have gotten a little strange. Well, actually, they've gotten a lot strange. It all starts one day when Britt's dog Josie just completely freaks out.
So, I'm recording this just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it in my way of freaking cemetery. In my front yard, I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. She's in that room upstairs. You can really hear her barking. Josie? Josie?
Okay. Just got real quiet.
And she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled, and when she growled, I kind of like booked it, but I don't really know, like, that's usually like her stance while she's waiting for me to come home, and I'm just like, is she waiting for someone to walk out of that closet? Like,
is this like a normal
I just don't really know.
or just the camera exactly?
What she's staring at. Because again, like, this is usually how she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like, what? What is it? What is it?
The dog starts ferociously barking at the upstairs bedroom closet for absolutely no reason. But little Josie's strange behavior doesn't stop there. As Britt mentioned, she has a private cemetery in front